We are here in the Bahamas.
We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
Great job, brother. Just find to make sure they're.
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out.
Don't eat. Something got pop your butt.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest, the greatest, the most on-time crypto community in all of the interwebs. I already see people saying, hey, they're late, they're late. We're not late. We're not late. What time is it, Drew? Actually, I'm looking, it's 11:32. You're late, Drew. What's going on here?
Unbelievable.
I'm blaming you. It's definitely not my fault. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. We're talking about some huge, huge stuff going on with Bitcoin. Also, FOMC is tomorrow. And a Twitter killer. Hey, there's a new decentralized Twitter in the space. And also, Bitcoin tipping coming soon with that app. And also some news for Cardano with their game. And XRP, of course. We got some library XRP news. It's going to be great. Make sure you hit that like button. And today we have Drew on the ones and twos.
That's right. Hello. I got the bear with me.
All right. He's just going bold with the large camera out the gate. Those who don't know Drew, a little bit of a background for him. He has a chicken coop. I used to call him Coop. And then he earned his name Drew back. I like to haze and bully all the employees here. Yeah. And another fun fact, he was a death metal lead singer, correct?
Yes. And who's laughing now with the chickens? I'm selling them for 15 XRP per dozen. So
yeah. I mean, you're definitely ahead of the curve. But I was talking about it earlier. I just didn't, I don't have a coop, man. I didn't want to do it in the winter. Do I have a mole on my face? No, just shiny coconut oil.
There's still time. I can come over and hook you up. We can figure it out. So.
Yeah, no, I have like sunspots. I'm old, guys. I'm 38 years old. Okay, I'm almost 40. So I don't have the smooth baby skin of the early 20s. Easy. Let's get right into the show. What are we talking about? Skincare routines here. All right, make sure you follow me on Twitter, dz.eth. You can also find it by dz_btc. I'm trying to get to 40K. I know we can get there pretty soon. I just tweeted out. We did a fantastic interview with Dapp Central. We talked about all things Cardano. I even threw in a price prediction for the next bull run for Cardano and for Bitcoin. So if you want to check that out, you can see it. And I did like this fan-made thing from Chris Richardson, Key Grip Media. Hey, man, how cool does that look?
That was absolutely awesome to see this guy come out with it, man. It looks pretty spot on. Like you could plug and play right into the game.
Yeah, they call me Top D. I like Big D, but I think Top D does roll off the tongue a little bit better. So that's my Top D look. I might bring it back for tomorrow's basement show. Today's Wednesday, correct?
It is.
Yeah, I'm just so lost, man. It's a little bit crazy when Ben's gone. I'm pulling double duty. I'm trying to do all this Vimeo stuff. Trying to do stuff for the junkies, trying to do stuff for Pluto Alliance, trying to host all these shows and talk about NFTs. And I got to keep up with the news for the 5 p.m. show, so I don't sound like an idiot. And so, but if you don't want to sound like an idiot when it comes to crypto, maybe check out this book. We're going to have Ben on in the show just imminently. He's going to come in and talk about a little book review. Scathing review. No, I'm kidding. It was actually a rave review. And they actually say, we want another book from Ben. I'm talking about it when Ben's here. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it here. Yeah. Who am I calling a junkie? I'm calling you a junkie. Shout out to the JPEG Junkie team. I've added some of my crypto trades in that Discord, by the way. So you may want to get in the Discord and hang out. That's all I'm saying. Tell you the last thing I bought. Tell you the next thing I'm thinking about buying, because I don't want to try to front run you. I'll even tell you what I probably will buy in a couple days. So if you want to front run me, hey, there's your chance. You can go to Hit Merch, get some cool stuff. We got some awesome things in the pipeline. Might be a few weeks, but we can't wait to show you all that. If you want to learn about the Pluto Alliance cruise, we actually have some Pluto news for the cruise. Guys, you don't have much time. If we look here, countdown is almost over, February 2nd, so make sure you hurry. It is the last day. I don't know what UTC, GMT, EST, I don't know what the time zone is. I just know, guys, you better hurry. So essentially just treat like today is the last day, because I don't know what time it'll cut off. The Pluto Alliance is also, Mars is the last winner here. So if you have your Mars Alien V1 Pluto Alliance staked, hey, you just got a nice little airdrop of all of the AdSense revenue that the BitBoy channel pulled in for this month. So big news. So congratulations, you guys got paid. And Tacos Town Hall in the Pluto Alliance Discord today at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's always funny. You go in there, you get to throw tomatoes at them. It's beautiful. Pretty good experience. It's a beautiful experience. Yeah. All right, let's get into the coin market cap here. things are down slightly. You can see Bitcoin's down about 0.5%. We were just hanging out at this 1.05 level. And actually, if you round up, we're still at 1.05, but now it's a little bit lower at 1.045. But still essentially the same for the entire crypto market cap. The 24-hour volume is down slightly. We're hanging around 50 billion just consistently. And now we're at 43. I might have said billion. That's trillion, of course. Bitcoin dominance. Now we're just around the same, 42.5 and 18.5. Nothing really too different there. ETH gas is down. We went from 31 to like 27, now down to 23. So people are slowing down with the trades. No. My guess is gearing up for the FOMC. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it is today. The FOMC, I think it comes out at 1 p.m. today. It's going to get frisky. I think the wording is going to be pretty neutral, but the market's been really violent up and down, shaking out shorts and longs before anything kicks out. I think it's actually going to be upward action personally. I think we're going to get, like probably $1,000 wick, both ways, and then be able to hit 24 and get rejected there. But that's just me.
All right. Today's episode brought to you by highfalutin overpriced water from Fiji. It has that gas tax on it. They put it on that airplane, ship it over. I'm sorry, Greta, but shout out to Fiji. Take your water break. Guys, are you hydrated? If you are hydrated, hit that like button. I heard every like moves Bitcoin's price up 1 penny. So that's on you to make that happen. So, hey, hit that like button. Right. All right, let's get back to the price charts here. Bitcoin down slightly. It looks like it just took another little tick downward. We're now down about 0.75%, now at $23,000, just $14. So hanging on. Oh, now down to 11. Hanging on for this 23. Now back up to 14. Oh my God, it's so volatile. It's changing $3 every second. So fighting for this 23K level. Ethereum did not hold support at 16. It fell below it. Is now 15,077. But maybe might try to put a little bit of a push above. Who knows? BNB down 1.5%. Nothing too crazy there. Cardano was up 5%, now down about 5%. So nothing really too different on that if you go back 48 hours. Polygon down, Solana down. A lot of the alts are bleeding. Some Satoshis, that is for sure. But let's look at the top gainers. Do you want your gainers to be on this list? Do you want your coins to be on this list? Hit that like button. It increases the odds.
That's right.
That your coins are going to be on there. So I'm giving you 2 seconds to hit the like button. Now we're going to see what are the top gainers here. DZ, I have 3 Bitcoin, 100 ETH, and 20K Cardano. Would you convert the 3 Bitcoin to ETH? Not if you have 100. If you had 0, I would say I would probably trade 2 of them into ETH, or maybe I would do 1.5 into ETH and 1.5 Bitcoin. I don't know, something clean about having a whole Bitcoin. But you have 100 ETH. I think your exposure is fine. If we look at that, that's 150K, and your 3 Bitcoin are around 60K. I guess I could accept a 3-to-1 ratio for ETH to Bitcoin. That seems fine to me. What would you say?
I mean, it sounds like he's more housing in a larger amount and he's not trying to make an up and come, and Bitcoin might have a really surprising bull run from energy companies and nation states in this next bull.
Yeah, so a lot of people say, 3 times as much ETH as Bitcoin is a little too risky. You should have 3 times as much Bitcoin as ETH. But to me, I think that's a fine assessment, And I've been looking at some of the emission data for Ethereum. So I'm pretty bullish. I think it will have a higher gain than Bitcoin, but who knows? All right. Top gainers, did you hit that like button? We're about to find out if your coins are on this list. We have some good ones. Arweave up about 10%. AR play back into the top 100 right now, coming in at 95. DYDX, it was down. I think it was one of the top losers yesterday. Now back up in the positive. Up 50% on the 7-day, looking great. Cosmos, a lot of people like trading that coin, up 6.5%. Loopring up, another old school Coinbase favorite there. It is having a pretty good day. BAT, the Brave browser token is up 2.5%. And then Flow, looks like maybe the markets finally got done beating up Flow for their Doodles announcement and saying, hey, maybe it is positive for this coin. And this is one I bought. This was my DCA last week. I got into the Filecoin ecosystem. It's down a little bit. I don't really even mind if I just click on it real quick, hit just the 1-month chart. I'm fine. Looks like maybe I'm coming in at a little bit of a high point. But when you look at that all-time chart, I'm coming in. I'm fine with these levels for Filecoin. Now, let's look at the top losers. This is going to be a little bit scarier here. Don't want your coins on here. Aptos down almost 10%, coming in down about 9%. Mina also down about 9%. FracShares, Gala still up for the week, 7.5%, but just erased half of its weekly gains in one day there. Near Protocol coming in at 220. This might be one that I'm going to eye for this Friday. I'm eyeing it for this Friday. I'm not saying I'm for sure pulling the trigger on near, but I'm going to pull the trigger on something because I do. Now is the time for me to DCA. Even if we have had, I don't know the exact data, 20 of the last 24 daily candles for Bitcoin's green, we got a correction coming probably. Still going to DCA. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit what I would normally DCA, but this is like a 6-month strategy for me. Maybe a 9-month overall. So I started a few months ago. I'm going to continue for maybe another half a year. So near is one I'm looking at. Also, Graph coming in pretty cheap at 8 cents. We've seen how that one can run. It has a good moniker, which is the Google of blockchain, which obviously isn't what the Graph does, but people seem to just say that a lot enough where people believe it. Kava, Solana, Avalanche, all down about 6%. And then after that, we're coming in at 5. So nothing really too crazy. Sandbox, people have been saying, maybe there will be a metaverse bull run. That could be some opportunity there. What are your thoughts on the state of the market?
Well, I think that, I think the metaverse hype, it'll continue for games and metaverses that are really well built and they have great advertising and they stay ahead in front of the public. But I think AI and data is going to be kind of the hot button ticket.
Now, by data, do you mean like cloud storage, like Filecoin?
Yeah, exactly. Cloud storage like Filecoin or nonlinear communications like those a cyclic blockchain. So yeah, I think that we're going to see just kind of an evolution of this whole hype train actually turned into opening up the pipes a little bit better for AI systems to operate, because AI is going to be there, but it's going to be transmitting a lot of information. With that, you need to build bigger roads in the data sector. So
we are not removing XRP comments. There's certain things that are flagged. So for instance, that came up, but there are a bunch of things that'll just automatically hide it. It's not like there's a filter, and I'm sorry, I don't think we're trying to single out anyone's particular tweet or particular comments there. So for instance, Ivan just did gold, and then he had a pair of shorts that was hidden. We had to click a button to unhide that, and so just something there. Daffy starting its own exchange. Technological. One I talked about 2 years ago. I did get in a little bit before this huge pump, so I'm feeling pretty good about that one as well. All right, let's talk about the news here. All right. Someone Parsec. Man, all these 2020 coins that are like hot in 2020 are all starting to have a resurrection here. All right. Bitcoin spot volumes remain elevated despite price stalling. Let's see, this trading volumes have stabilized above 10 billion as per the latest weekly report from Arcane Research. Usually the volumes drop when the price starts to range. The daily trading volume is an indicator that measures the total amount of Bitcoin being transacted on the Bitwise 10 exchanges on any given day. When the value of the metric is high, it means investors are moving around big ol' amounts on the spot exchanges. Such a trend shows traders are active in the market currently. Here we can see the Binance spot 7-day average, huge spot there in the real Bitcoin daily volume. Not high compared to these levels, but certainly high compared to these levels.
Right.
Some of those December levels, early January levels, as displayed in the above graph. 7-day average trading volume surged around 3 weeks ago to values exceeding 10 billion as the price of the asset saw a sharp rally. Also, trading volumes generally wind down when the price starts ranging and becomes quote unquote boring to investors. And yeah, it's just hard to make trades when you're looking at Bitcoin's price action. Remember yesterday, literally 0.00.
Yeah.
Like it was literally. So, I mean, where's the trade? Yeah, sure. You can trade on the 1 minute chart, the 2 minute chart, the 5 minute, oh, I got a green dot on the 5 minute. Let me, Bitcoin's price changed $280. Woo!
Right.
But, when things are moving $1,000 in a day, $4,000 in a day, of course, you're going to attract more traders. That's just going to be the nature of the beast there. That is the dopamine high. That is the buy bit sweats, aka leverage trading. Yeah. Someone said, I look hungover today. I'm not hungover. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I will say this. Man, this double duty is killing me. I can tell I'm a week and a half into it. Ben, I remember when I first started working here, he was the first one in the office, one of the last ones to leave, writing all the scripts, doing all the streams, 2 a day, up to 3 a day. I just remember it's like, yeah, he needs some time off. I'm getting to that point. I took time off before this break. I took a day off. It was actually a trip. I actually came into this thing tired. I should have done it after.
Yeah. This is how diamonds are forged, D. So
is it worth the risk to move 90K ADA, 40K Matic, and 4K near to stake? Nope. So I don't even know anything about Uphold. You can self-custody stake your ADA.
Yeah.
And so now you're trying to me, that just looks like you're trying to play on railroad tracks to pick up some pennies.
Have we learned nothing?
Maybe Uphold, it will be fine. And maybe everybody who staked on there for those, a year or two, everyone's good. And they got their 8%, they got their 11%. I don't know what their yields are.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe you miss out on that 8%, but just think of the downside risk.
I use Uphold and I still don't leave, I don't leave anything on exchanges. So
yeah, I don't leave anything on exchanges. I have, I self-custody, I stake my ADA through the NAMI wallet. And I think maybe my KuCoin shares on KuCoin.
Yeah.
I barely have any. It's just like some that I bought like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, and I'm just kind of holding on to it. But yeah, I'm not big on staking after Celsius stole my 2 ETH.
Exactly.
Alex.
Yep.
Talking to you, Mashinsky.
And give me mine back too, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it. People in the office heard a lot worse than us, though. So
Yeah.
I try not to be too flippant about that or even really bring it up because there's people who took a big hit on the Celsius stuff. Any of those exchanges that went down, some FTX, Gemini earned. So there's a lot of people feeling a lot of pain. I'm staying away from staking myself with any kind of serious amount of my portfolio there.
Yep.
All right, let's see. He had bearish sign for Bitcoin? ? CNBC's Jim Cramer, that famous guy. Hey, if you're rocking the Cramer, hit that like button. Hit that like button if you're rocking the Cramer, everybody. And I don't mean you come in a door looking all crazy or you got, I'm talking about the Jim Cramer.
That's right.
All right, Jim Cramer now says, buy the dip. Oh, give me that queso, baby. The host of Mad Money opined that the market has shifted into a bull mode and offers buying opportunities for investors. All right, hold on. Let me open my MetaMask and trade everything into fiat. Okay, I need to get stable coined out. I need to stable up, baby. I need to stable up. He's turning bullish.
Last week he said to run away from crypto. This is crazy. Like he goes 180. Like it's almost like he's playing 8D chess. He's like reverse signaling himself or something.
Yeah, at a certain point, when he becomes a counter signal, does he then flip?
Right.
That's continue exactly to be a counter signal?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's trying to break the matrix, man.
Maybe he's an agent. Maybe he's an agent. I don't know. Yeah. The American, I don't know. That just seems so weird. The American, the West Virginian, I don't know where he's from, told investors they should sell their Bitcoin in September. Fortunately, for those who did not follow, the asset tapped an all-time high of nearly 70K 2 months later. Honestly, if you sold in September of 21, you're probably doing okay. Yeah. I don't really mind taking profits too early, essentially ever. This is just going to be a little quick. It won't be super, super accurate. So we're just going to try to look at September of Bitcoin here. What did he say to sell out? So we need to look at, it's going to be more than a year. All time is going to be a little bit tough. So September 21, June, July, August, September.
Not bad.
Not bad. 50K.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah. You know what? If he told me to sell at 50, I'm not mad that I didn't catch the wick at 69.
A broken clock is right twice a day, D. So
yeah. So there's nothing wrong. Hey, if you sold at 50 and then you just jumped in at 20, you jumped in at 30, you jumped in at 40, you're looking pretty good there.
Yep.
Some proponents recently outlined that Bitcoin has soared by double digits since Cramer and Peter Schiff advised them to cash out their crypto ownings. Yeah, it's a fun narrative to dunk on the people who say sell, it's going lower, then it goes up. But just remember, there's going to be people saying it's going to continue to go up and then it's going to start going down. And so just have that same energy. If you're out there yelling at Jim Cramer and calling him an idiot, and then if you happen to be wrong 2 years later, maybe just take some self-assessment and just be intellectually honest. That's all we're asking. Just learn. That being said, he's a clown, y'all. He's a clown. I'm not trying to defend him, but yeah, Cramer wrecks the plebs. What do you guys think about Cramer? I mean, is he a reverse indicator? Is he doing it on purpose? Is he, just maybe people copy trading or trying to reverse trade him or short him out? I don't know. He
didn't want to make it that easy to just reverse him. Maybe he's just reversing himself. I really feel that way. I
feel like he makes so many calls. You're going to find some that is just you can disagree with. He could have a 55% accuracy rate, and we'll be able to talk about him every single day how he's wrong. Yeah. All right. Michael Burry shocks the crypto community with one-word tweet. Did you see this tweet? Were you shocked? I wasn't shocked.
I was not shocked.
I was not shocked. I think there's maybe a little bit of hyperbole from this Alex as well.
Yeah.
Dav Banya. Let's see. Michael Burry, eminent American investor. Those who know, he came to prominence talking about the financial crisis of 2008. He was one of the first ones to really push that there's a big crash coming. Recently took to Twitter to share his thoughts. The stark warning from him already sparked a heated debate among investors and traders in the crypto space. This was his, let's see, will they just show the tweet here? All right, do we got to dig and look for it here? It was sell.
Yeah.
It just said sell.
Yeah. That's all it was.
In a single word tweet, he simply urged investors to sell without getting into further detail. That's weird. They don't even have a link to his tweet. It's like they don't. They see that legacy media is dying, and they're like, man, we can't like link their Twitter, because then they'll just like realize they could have just read his Twitter 4 hours ago instead of reading our article where we like literally don't even share his tweet. His tweet said sell, period.
Yeah.
Like it was just a period. Sell. That's all.
I made a comment on, mainstream media stuff. I mean, when they said they're going to leave Twitter and all that stuff when Elon took over, I was like, you're not going to leave Twitter. You're staying here for the actual news, and then you go tell everyone 5 hours later. So
yeah.
That's the way it goes.
And, Michael Burry, he's also famous for predicting 3 of the last 2 financial crises. So, he's always on it. All right, Bitcoin, a tale of how short traders caused a price rally in January. And these are traders under 5'7". They came in strong. I'm talking to you, Gainsey. Good job, Gainsey. Everybody give Gainsey a thumbs up in the chat. I'm kidding. I'm talking about the people who thought Bitcoin was going down.
Yeah.
When you close a short, meaning, hey, I think it's going down, and you're like, I panic. I close my leverage position here. It acts as a buy, and it buys up some Bitcoin on an order book. And then when shorts get closed, you can squeeze a bunch of shorts into getting closed, and it creates this huge price spike. So it's a really, really good thing if you want it to go up. In January, the markets experienced their strongest monthly performance since October of 21, with the year-to-date increase of over 43%. Glassnode, in a new report, found that this unexpected spike in value put its price at its highest level since August of 22, with a weekly increase of 6.6 from its low of 22,400. Although the total open interest in Bitcoin in relation to its market cap has declined since November of 22, the leverage ratio has dropped from 40% to 25%. Glassnode said that this represented a decrease in futures leverage and short-term speculative interest here. We look at this chart, future short liquidations. So the red spikes mean shorts are getting wrecked. I'm assuming the green spikes are going to be, the green is going to be long liquidations. That's like, hey, I know it's going up. Oh, I just got wrecked by this price dip. And here we can see, the shorts are trying to be in control, and it appears that maybe they're getting wrecked. You just see, you can see that huge spike. I thought the same. I didn't open a short, but after that spike, I just assumed it must go lower, right? Like I've been conditioned. I've been trained like a Pavlovian canine that is going to go lower and it's going to go lower. And in fact, I felt brain dead and I was drooling, but then it still decided to go up. So the shorts just got wrecked there. And that just tends to happen every now and then. It's going to happen a lot worse as we get into a really sustained bull rally. Yeah. And so just be careful assuming, like Bitcoin just kept going down. If you're bullish like me, when Bitcoin was going down, you just said, well, it has to go up because it just went down so long for so continuously. What happened? It went down some more, and it went down some more, and it went down some more. And just at your point, you were like, it'll keep going down until it's the point you give up. And so the same thing is going to happen on the way up. I predict closer to October 25. June 25. I think it's going to be a sell in May walk. I think we might have another double top, not as close because that was like 63 to 69. I think we might have another sell in May, walk away. Dead during the summer. The traders are, everyone's hanging out in, Miami and, going to Europe. And then they'll start buying come August, September. And then I think we spike. I think a lot of people are going to expect that rally to go to December, November. And then it'll be over by maybe September. That's
since we expected December, it'll probably happen before then.
Yeah. Well, I was initially thinking October.
Were you?
But so now, last time I called the top a year in advance within 2 weeks. So maybe I need to. Last time I was 2 weeks too late, so maybe this time I'm a month too late. So leaning towards September. All right, so the upward trend may come to a halt. I mean, the daily chart suggested it might be experiencing a drawback in the new trading month. As of this writing, its moving average divergence, the MACD indicator, revealed that a new bear cycle had commenced. The MACD line had intersected the trend line in a downtrend, and the price fell to its 21st of January. 2021 January level there. All right, let's talk about bears here. And the movie, I'm talking about the movie Cocaine Bear. What are your thoughts on that movie?
Oh man, I saw the trailer. I haven't seen the actual movie yet, but I do have a bear hanging.
It's like a real story.
It is?
Yeah.
That's a real,
it's a real, well, it fell out of a plane, then they found the bear and it was dead. It's like heart exploded. And it had a rolled up $20 bill and a mirror next to it. And you're like, this is so weird. I didn't even know they had opposable thumbs there. All right, stablecoin supply approaches the death cross. Is this bad news for Bitcoin? Real quick, you know what the death cross is?
Yeah. Crossing the
for the
moving
people here?
averages. Isn't it the cross of the 200 moving average and the what's the other one? Can't remember. I think it's 50 week.
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that crosses, when you have them going in the wrong direction, stablecoin circulating supply moving. Oh, this is not Bitcoin. I thought that was a little bit weird because we're going into a golden cross.
Yeah.
The death cross is for stablecoin circulating supply moving averages. This is closing in on the death cross. As pointed out by CryptoQuant, if the stablecoin supply doesn't increase, a bear market could return for Bitcoin. The stablecoin circulating supply is an indicator that measures the total amount of tokens that are in circulation that are stablecoins. Now, here's a chart that shows the trend of stablecoin supply circulating, the 21-day and the 100-day moving averages, as well as in the Bitcoin price over the half year. 21 and 100 doesn't sound like death cross. Let us know. Yeah, it's 20 and the 50. Okay. Maybe they're giving it a different name, or maybe this is just a different metric here. Let's see here. So the yellow, I'm trying to look. So this is 21 day. This is the 100. Is this the stablecoin supply, circulating supply here? Yeah, it's not big news that when you see Tether print $1 billion, Bitcoin's about to pump. It doesn't happen on a one-to-one collateral. It's not perfectly correlated, but it tends to happen a lot. And just think about, why would Tether print $1 billion? If you assume it's a legitimate business, that means a whale came in and said, hey, I want to inject $1 billion into the crypto market.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to buy Ethereum. Maybe they want to buy Bitcoin. Maybe they want to buy Cardano. Maybe they want to buy BNB. Maybe they want to, who knows? Maybe they want to buy Crow. Someone type Crow.
Right.
So they're going to put in $1 billion. It's going to be given in the form of a stable coin. They take that stable coin, they go to exchanges, then they start clearing order books, and then that's going to pump the price. And let's just say they're buying 0 Bitcoin. They're going to clear up that ETH order book. And then if you see an ETH Bitcoin trading pair, and all of a sudden ETH is just wildly out of control, well, people are going to convert ETH into Bitcoin. And then you're going to, maybe that ETH pump lowers a little bit, but then you're going to get a little bit of a Bitcoin pump. So even if they come in and just spend $1 billion on Ether, it's still going to pump Bitcoin. So we're going to see a lot of, that'll be more of a narrative, I would say, a year or two from now.
Right.
So that's something to keep an eye on. It's a little bit of a higher level. You can really just do pretty good trading watching really, really quick Twitter bots when they look at the Tether Treasury wallets. You see $1 billion get printed and you saw it within 20 seconds, you can get in along and you're going to basically print money, because a lot of people are just going to turbo long when they see Tether prints. I don't know. Any thoughts on that? David, did you ever look at that?
Really, like, I don't really pay attention to that side of it. I try to just pay attention more to like the treasuries, the bonds, the world. I'm in macro stuff more so than that. And on Tether, there's always that FUD, but they've been vetted and sued so many times. Like, I'm not feeling weary about
Tether and USDC.
Yeah, I just, I don't worry about Tether. I think it's stable. There's so much FUD, lawsuits thrown at it, vetting by now. I'm comfortable using it. So.
All right, it's 11:59. Before we start talking about FOMC worries, should we try to get Ben on and talk about?
Well,
this
we're
book,
still
man?
waiting for him.
We're still waiting for him.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I'll be on standby waiting. Hit that like button if you want Ben to jump on. Maybe he's watching the likes.
Yeah.
You know what? He's like, guys, there's not enough.
I think he just showed up.
He just showed up. All right.
Yeah.
Timely.
He's
not wasting anybody's time, let alone his own.
Let's turn him on.
Do I need to turn on?
No,
looks like
you should
I'm
be good.
connected on something.
Let's see here.
I hear something.
Yep. Hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Now you're on my
Real quick.
There we go. What's up?
Hey, man, I heard some really good reviews are starting to roll in for that book, man. And real quick, before we get into that, they're already calling for a sequel detailing your events around the SBF drama. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it was really, really cool that the guy that reviewed the book on Medium, that he said that at the end, because that's something we've talked about internally doing. Obviously, everybody knows we've had a lot of inside information on that. We've, we went down to the Bahamas. Nobody was closer to what was going on than the BitSquad throughout this entire thing. And what's really going to be cool is it looks like by the end of February, we're going to be able to make our bill public. And once we make our bill public, we're going to be able to give you even more details about how everything went down. So the book could contain all of that. I think also at the same time, we definitely want to do a kids version of the Catching Up to Crypto book. We want to do a workbook. There's a lot of things that we want to do to really
All right, leave. You got to
enhance-
leave Polycule out of the kids' book. We can't discuss that in the kids' book.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not going to be doing that. They're going to think that's a Pokemon. So
Hey, now, that's not a sand shrew, is it? All right. Anyways, tell me what's going on, man. Yeah, it's the media mile catching up. You got the book review. I mean, what is the experience like when you're going to these meetups? AJ writes crypto. He's been killing it with the videos. Man, I mean, it's reminding me of those 21 BitSquad vibes, man. People are starting to feel a little bit bullish.
Yeah, people are starting to feel bullish, and I think what you're seeing is our concurrent viewers on the live stream, they've only fallen about 50% since the peak. We were averaging about 12 to 15,000 at the peak, and we're still doing between 4 and 6. So it hasn't fallen nearly as far as the percentage that Bitcoin is down, which is really interesting because if you go back to 2018, 2019, the interest just went away completely. And what we're seeing is, we had outside of one, we had one that was kind of small, and we think we know why. But outside of one where we had about 30 people, we've had between 75 and 100 people at all these meetups. And you have to understand that these are not open to everyone. They're only open to people that bought the book. And so, that's a pretty strong amount of people showing up to crypto events when a lot of crypto meetups that are open to the public are only drawing like 20 people right now. So, we've had at some of these meetups more than some of the small conferences have had. I know definitely in the bull run, we had more attendees than a lot of conferences did. But I think what it really tells me is, and this is why I wanted to do this, and there's a lot of cities that we haven't been able to go to and that I want us to go to. I want to go to Detroit because I want to get some authentic Detroit pizza.
And you got to have crypto blood drive you around. He's 8 or 7 mile. Yeah, he's a 7 mile, he says.
Yeah, we need what I was going to say is it's that the Chicago crowd didn't really like that I favored the Detroit pizza over the Chicago pizza, but a lot of different towns we've gone to or cities we've gone to already, and what we're seeing is these are our most dedicated people. Like, we're meeting the BitSquad, the people that watch every single day, the people that are here in the live stream. Some of them are probably watching right now. They've been to some of the meetups, and there's a thing that happens that's so interesting to me, which I don't see this with any other crypto YouTuber. Where people feel like they know me as well as they do. They come up to me, we hear this all meetup. They're like, I feel like I know you, but you don't know me. It's kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah, but we're just as appreciative for the people that watch the channel as they are for what we do here at BitBoy Crypto. So it's definitely been great getting out and meeting the people. And the reviews on the book have been awesome. The in-person reviews on the book have been phenomenal. We're gonna be in Minneapolis tonight, Boston on Friday, Washington DC on Sunday. And then we have Atlanta, Philadelphia, and New York at the end of the month. So,
all right. And now, is this killing your football watching schedule?
Well, actually, we had a disaster of a travel day on Sunday. So it's so weird. Like, has anybody else experienced this? Looking for flights is like insane right now. You go look for flights, and there's none. I was looking at a flight from like Miami to Las Vegas or something, and there was one flight all day from Miami to Las Vegas, and I was like, "What? That doesn't make sense." People know. Look, I don't like to do layovers. I like to fly first class, and I don't like to do layovers.
It's a luxury of living in Atlanta. We definitely love it.
Yeah. Well, it is, except for we had to do layovers so many times. I think we finally had our last layover was a few days ago, but we had to fly from Austin to Chicago. That's a 90-minute direct flight. Well, there were no direct flights. We had to fly to Minneapolis to turn around and fly back to Chicago. Supposed to be 90 minutes. We had a 4.5-hour delay on our Austin flight. Thank God we didn't have a meetup that night. We've been very fortunate. Then we built 2 days in for all the snow, all the cold weather cities. So that's been a great decision. And what happened is then after we landed, our connecting flight was gone. And so we had to wait 3 hours for a layover. We were traveling 13 hours for a 90-minute flight. And the good thing about that, though, was I got to watch all the football games. That's what I would have been doing anyways on Sunday, was watching the championship game. So I was pulling for the Bengals and the Niners. So we got the Eagles and the Chiefs. I don't know who I'm pulling for in this one. They both won Super Bowls recently. So I don't know. Jalen Hurts is pretty good. I'm kind of tired of the Chiefs, to be honest with you. So I think I'm going to be pulling for Philadelphia. But I don't know. Can you really cheer? No offense, Philadelphia. We love you. We love the BitSquad in Philadelphia. But can you cheer for Philadelphia? I mean, the fans are really unruly. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, of course we love Philadelphia. Don't throw batteries at me. But yeah, as a former, I used to watch a lot of Cowboys. So the Eagles, it's a little bit of a sore spot. But yeah, it's like the Chiefs, give it to somebody else. You've had your time in the sun. It's over. Now there's a lot of people saying, hey, I actually would have showed up, but Book's a million, still hasn't shipped it. So I mean, these things would have been even more packed if had, I don't want to say supply chain issues, but just I don't want to say Books a million led us astray, but I'm sorry for anybody else waiting for a book.
Well, I think they really underestimated.
That's what it is.
Underestimated. Yeah. They underestimated the demand for this book. And it really helped that, we really released at the perfect time as Bitcoin was starting to start climbing again. And that was just a coincidence. But I think for all the people who attended the meetups, who you have not received your book yet, I told them, if you attended a meetup, we have obviously your information from the Eventbrite. If you send your book in, I'll sign it and send it back. So if you're waiting on your book and you're in one of these last cities, you can still come. Just bring your receipt or whatever. And,
okay.
If you order it today, you can come to the meetup and I'll sign those books. Look, this book is going to get huge. I'm telling you, if you read the audience that we connected with in this book, this is the only crypto book that exists out there like it. And so because of that, it connects with beginners, it connects with experts, it connects with intermediate, it connects with everybody. So the point is, when the bull run happens, this book is going to get so unbelievably big. It's going to be like the Bible of crypto. For people that are not Bitcoin maximalists, this will be your crypto Bible, so to speak. And I think because of that, right now, the main people who are buying it are the BitSquad. We're starting to see this really start to take off and other people start buying it. But I want to make sure that everybody that bought the book that's in the BitSquad, that you get your autograph or your signature, whatever you want, picture if you come to the meetup. Definitely want to make sure you guys get taken care of, because we're just so appreciative and thankful for everybody that watches the channel.
Yeah, because there's a whole giant contingent of human beings that read books but don't watch YouTube, especially some of the people who maybe grew up before YouTube existed. So yeah, it's really great to just reach a brand new audience, people who don't put on the YouTube app on their television like literally ever, which is probably, I would maybe even say most Americans. Yeah.
Well, what's really interesting is I wonder how the YouTube numbers are going to be affected by YouTube TV, because we dropped our DirecTV. I loved DirecTV. I hated the company. I hated dealing with them. I hated when AT&T took them over, but we loved the service of what they offered, especially with the NFL package. Well, that NFL package is going away on DirecTV. Yeah. I think YouTube TV is who has it next. So as YouTube TV gets more popular, because I didn't realize how awesome YouTube TV is. This is not a freaking shill for YouTube TV, because, definitely screw YouTube in a lot of different ways. But in a lot of ways, they've helped us out and they've been good to us. And obviously, this is where our audience is. But we've loved YouTube TV. You get everything live. You can watch football on there. Apparently, baseball, they had a little had a snafu with the MLB being difficult with them. But it really is it's like the same thing as DirecTV, and it's really, really cool. So I wonder how much those YouTube numbers and people watching on YouTube, it's a separate app, but maybe at some point they'll combine them, and that'll be a good way to bring a new audience into YouTube.
Man, if only there's a crypto YouTube that just had 24 hours of content just continuously, whether you're a night owl watching at 3 a.m. or watching when you wake up. Drew, maybe we could even share the link to our 24-hour channel. So if you love watching things live, or you just kind of, maybe you only have 10 minutes, hey, just throw that on. You feel like you're part of the experience. You feel like you're part of the live stream. And it just feels a little bit better just coming in and not searching for something, typing it in the keyboard. Hey, just go to that channel. We're live 24/7, putting out more and more and more content. That channel is just going to get better and better. So people definitely want to check that one out for sure. All right. Yeah. Drew's typing that right there. Good. Yeah, good old Hit Network.
Also, little announcement. Crypto Lifer reached out to me and said that I could use his studio to live stream on Friday when I'm there. In Boston.
Shout out to Lifer. We got to get him back on ATV. I miss him.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm going to be live streaming, doing the show on Friday, and then I'm back in the studio on Monday. So for y'all that have missed me, which is all of you.
Ben, I know you love, giving up this microphone. I know you love passing it, but hey, if you wanted to come in Friday and gave me a, morning off, I'm not going to complain. Normally you have to, pry this from my cold grip, but hey, it's been a long 2 weeks, Ben. We've missed you.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I've missed everybody else too. Can't wait to get back.
All right. Well, Ben, where's the next city? Where can we meet you at?
We're in Minneapolis tonight. And then we are in Boston on Friday and Washington, D.C. on Saturday.
All right. I've already seen a comment. Someone's bringing you cheese, and then also we put in a poll. What are your thoughts on, what was it, Chicago versus New York?
Yeah, let's do Chicago.
Now, where do you? Now, you said Detroit's better than Chicago. Well, what about Detroit versus New York? Yeah, for pizza. What about Detroit versus New York? Where do you land?
I got to be honest with you, Detroit's my favorite. But
wow, better than New York. Oh my God, the people are going to be seething off that one.
Well, look. New York is very generic. Like it's like almost all the New York pizza tastes the same. And what I mean by that is,
man. I agree.
Yeah, it does. Like, to me, looking at a good New York pizza, like, don't get me wrong. Listen, New York people, I love New York pizza. I would take it over. Look, Chicago, I love you. You're a great city. I tried the tavern style pizza. It was pretty good. But the deep dish, they just put too many chunky tomatoes in. I don't like tomatoes. I like tomato sauce. I don't like chunky tomatoes. So if anybody could ever point me to a deep dish pizza that is strictly thin sauce, I would love to try it, and maybe I'll change my opinion. But because of the chunky tomatoes in every single one I've ever had, I just can't do it. So when it comes to New York versus Detroit, like New York, I love New York pizza. It's really good. I'm definitely getting pizza. You know what they say in New York? Like, you grab a slice. That's all they say. Grab a slice, get a pie. You know, that's what they say. And it's good. The Detroit style is what I love. Like, I love it. And I also really love really super crispy thin crust pizza. So I don't know who the Cadillac of that is, but the tavern style pizza is thin crust, but I like it even thinner than the one that I had. So
all right, and I double that sentiment. Get that chunky ragu off of my pizza. I don't need giant tomato chunks. Like, get a thin slice or thin sauce barely covering the crust. Like, I still want to see the crust through the sauce. Total agreement there. All right, well, look forward to Minneapolis crew. If you're watching, hit that like button, by the way, if you're looking forward to these meetups. Ben, I mean, the book tour seems to be going great. I think it's been a phenomenal a thing for the BitSquad, a phenomenal thing for getting this book out to the masses. And I agree with you, man. I think this book will exceed the BitSquad and just be, one of the go-to books when it comes to crypto. I can't wait for the kids version.
Yeah, exactly. Me and the wife were talking about it today. She gave me a couple books that what we decided to do is, like, it'll probably be good if we do it in like a story style where we take it and it's like a narrative where it's not boring. Like, we try to explain money to kids, like, they're not going to really get it, but if we take Catching Up to Crypto and we turn it into a story, I think they'll really, really like that. But
like, using the Silk Road for an assassin, like that'll really get like a 10-year-old boy hooked, man. He's going to be like, what's going on? This is a roller coaster.
They're hiring killers, So,
all right. Hey, Ben,
what's going on? What's going on with the FOMC right now? Have they officially announced yet? Because usually they, even though the announcement is a little bit later, they confirm it during the show usually. So, do we know what the BIP raise is for sure yet?
Drew, any news on that? I mean, I still believe we're coming in firmly at 25%. I saw your tweet. A lot of people are just refuse to believe 99%. What those people fail to understand, and just a message, no one in particular, when you're so certain that it's not going to be 25 basis points after the predictive markets say 99%, why do you think the predictive markets are saying 99%? I'm not saying, of course, there's inside information, but to me, it reads like, of course, there's inside information. So when you go against that narrative, just think about who you're going against. You're going against big money and smart money and insiders. And for you to just say, it's going to be 50 because of this macro news that I'm thinking about with this war that I have a very tenuous grasp of understanding, maybe just listen to the well-connected insiders with a lot of money. Typically, they have better info than you. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Well, I think if you look at sports betting odds, it's very interesting because, like, if a player is injured, like Patrick Mahomes, we saw him walking, like he was supposed to be kind of injured, but he wasn't 100%, but he played, right? There's a lot of times where you look at sports betting odds and you look at the line tells you whether the superstar is playing or not.
Yeah.
If the line all of a sudden shifts 7 points, a team with a really good starting quarterback, he's not playing. Like, you know that. But yet, there will still be fans of that team that are like, please let him play, please let him play, please let him play. No. The information is already out there. It's already told you what's happening. Like, no hope. All your hopes will be crushed. Like, I know people that are really good at crushing hopes and dreams. And I think that is something that a lot of sports fans get their dreams and their hopes crushed, because the sporting bet, the money line will tell you where it is, or the point spread. The point spread and the money line, they'll both tell you where it is. So I think that when you're looking at this, it's the same situation, like, already been choreographed. They've already told us what is happening, but people are still not wanting to believe it, even though, may I point out, every single raise for the entire year of 2022, the betting odds, when they were not 99 or 97%, they were more like 58% or 65%. the favorite won every single time for the entire year. Okay.
Yeah.
So why now are people like, oh no, it's blah, 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 blah. No, shut up. You're wrong. Like, look at the facts. Look at what's happened. And I think that, you know, oh, my AC's blowing. Look at that sun coming in on my face. So beautiful. But I think that, you know, people just need to buckle in and realize what's happening. Did you find anything, Drew? Do you have anything yet?
Yeah, it's coming out at 2:30, and it's real firm that it's going to be 25 basis points. So
yeah, it's going to be 25.
Yeah.
That's going to be extremely bullish. That's going to be extremely bullish. It would have been very bearish if anything else happened. But here's the interesting thing. What we're really looking for is what kind of language they're going to use towards future raises. Are they going to imply that there could potentially be, you know, no raise coming at the next meeting? If they do that, you want to talk about bullish? I know people are saying, like, I saw somebody on Twitter said, well, the inflation's still really high. We need to fix it. Like, okay, yeah, but you have to understand, we've said this all year last year. It's a pendulum. It's swinging. Everything's already into action. If we just keep raising and keep raising, we're just going to hurt the economy in the short term. And look, guys, we're selfish here. Like, if you're in crypto, you're selfish, right? Like, you want what's good for crypto. And what's good for crypto right now is for the stock market to start moving again and for them to stop raising rates. Because, like, look, here's a fact. The fact is, if we get this 2025 bull run and it happens the way we think it's going to happen, every single person here that's watching has an opportunity to change your life forever financially if you already haven't. And, you know, look, if inflation stays kind of high, you're going to have a lot more money than everybody else, and you're going to be in a good spot. So selfishly for us in crypto, I think this is really what, you know, what we want and what we're aiming for is for them to stop raising rates.
You know, and it all kind of boils down to there's only 21 million. You know, when you just look at what they're doing with their money supply and you look at that, it's just on a long enough time scale, you just got to take a step back and say, like you said, we're in a really good position. It's probably going to go towards the second half of 25. Right now, it's a really good point at the early part of 23. We have plenty of time, and now is the time to stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize, and not get distracted because you're going to really feel the reverberations. Because you said, you know, it's hard to move. You know, it's a pendulum. I always like to use the ocean liner analogy. You know, you don't do a U-turn with an ocean liner. You gotta, you know, it's going to be little movements like this. And to me, this is the inevitability of the 21 million. It's going in one direction.
Yeah, I think so. And if you really think about, like, let me give you a very interesting scenario. Okay. A very interesting scenario is if they do stop raising rates, or if they do only raise it another forecasted 50 bips for the rest of the year and they spread those out, what you're looking at really is inflation is not going to drop to where they wanted it to go, probably. It's going to get maybe pretty close. But we know that by them stopping raising rates, and especially if around June they turn the money printer back on, which is the rumor going around, what you're looking at is the continuation of the fiat Ponzi scheme, which means we're going to deal with this again with inflation in another 4 to 5 years. Well, what in 4 to 5 years, where are we going to be at again? We're going to be at this a bear market accumulation period for crypto again because of the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. So if people are aiming to look to, like, maybe we get 2 more really, really, really great cycles, then you definitely want them to stop raising the rates right now, or raise only the standard 50 more, because that's going to set us up to be in a bear market again when we're going through this again and people are scared and pulling money out. Then it could create, you know, because look, we definitely have one more gigantic bull cycle left. I mean, in my opinion, I don't see any way that it doesn't happen. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, of course. You know, I'd say 90 to 99% chance, somewhere in that range, that we're getting a massive run up for Bitcoin coming soon in the next 2 to 3 years, 2 years specifically. But I really think that when you look at the possibility of more bull runs down the road, at some point the volatility is going to go away. At some point, like if we had a super cycle and Bitcoin were to go to $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, like, which I'm not saying is likely, I'm just saying it is possible, then how much more upside is there really over the midterm, the 8 to 10 year period?
Yeah.
How much higher can it go? Well, I think if you have the scenario set up to where they just kind of keep like kind of breadcrumbing inflation, so to speak, to where it gets bad, they pull it back, it gets bad, they pull it back, they print money in the middle, then we could be looking at, you know, at least 2 more good, you know, really good cycles, which is exciting for people to just kind of.
Yeah, and to that point, pain gives opportunity. You know, just look at the March 2020 crash. You know, people coming in at the high threes, 3,900, 3,800. To them, that was the world's best opportunity. 99% of the world thought the world's melting. 1% said, I see an opportunity here. I'm going to change my life.
Absolutely.
We might be poised to, kind of repeat that whole scenario again. So I'm with you. I'm looking forward to it. I too think we're going to have at least one more, maybe even two, just nice parabolic run up. So, hey, that's why we're here. And hey, hit that like button. I say this all the time. Every like makes Bitcoin go up 1 penny.
We're almost to 2K.
It's just science, right, Ben?
Yeah, absolutely. We're almost at 2K likes.
Almost
All right,
at 2K.
awesome.
I've been pushing it, man. I've been pushing it while you've been gone.
Yeah.
I'm out here dancing, buddy. I'm out here.
Hey, you push it real good. I like that about you.
Hey, that's what I do. And Ben, it's always wonderful having you on your own show. And so, thank you. And hey, it'd be great. Yeah, let us know about Friday. And
awesome. And
Minneapolis.
You guys have
tonight.
been doing a great job. Yeah, Minneapolis tonight. You guys have been doing a great job while I've been gone. Appreciate all you guys. And we will see you later.
All right. Thank you. All right, that was great, man. The BitSquad is coming through for the books. We love seeing it. And Minneapolis, I know you guys are going to come out. It's a lot better city than I was expecting. I came out there because of VCon. And hey, shout out. The cheese curds out there are just so delicious, man. They do it better than anywhere you ever been, in my opinion. Just something about that. Like they've been doing it generation after generation. They get their reps in. They get their cheese curd reps in, and it just equates to just some of the most delicious stuff I've ever had in my life.
Looks like New York won the pizza poll. So
okay, New York.
Yeah.
I mean, New York is good. I agree, Ben. They all kind of taste the same. And the thing about New York is like it's our water. Like the chemical makeup of their water is just so fanciful. Like they're acting like, all right, remember the animated series for X-Men?
Yes.
Remember that little magical realm that had dinosaurs? They're acting like that water came from this mythical rainforest waterfall that no one has access to. It's just water, y'all. Like it didn't come from Wakanda. Hey, Wakanda's on tonight, everybody. Wakanda is going to be on Disney Plus today. Me and Kat are going to watch it. Looking forward to that one. All right. Shout out to Chad. All right. Well, Chad's family. Dow futures. Let's talk about stocks, y'all. We have a job to do here. Dow futures fall as traders await the Federal Reserve's latest rate hike decision. Me and Ben just kind of talked about this. We're not going to get into this too much. I think, Drew, let me know what you think about this. 25 basis points, pretty much delivered. That's pretty much set in stone. I think everyone's just going to be reading the comments, trying to read between the lines, because they usually say a couple things about the next meeting. Hey, here's kind of what we're thinking about for the next one. That's what all the smart traders are going to be looking at. Hey, what am I doing here?
I know, right? I think that it's going to be pretty neutral language / dovish. He's going to have some dove hints in there, and the markets are going to read the dove hints and realize that the time frame for quantitative tightening is coming to a close, and just the idea of that is going to push things forward. So
Chase, Georgia water equals mud. Well, me and Drew live in Dallas, Georgia. You're not that far off. You're not that far off.
I had to buy a whole house water filter, man. This water out here is crazy. So be careful.
I come out, when I get out of the shower, I look like the Thing from Fantastic Four. I'm dirtier.
I'm worried about you.
It's not that bad. I'm just kidding. Guys, people think I live in Flint or something. Okay, shout out to Detroit, man. Or not Detroit, but just the whole Michigan State.
That was where I played my favorite show ever, open for Powerman 5000, Slipknot, at their convention center.
So a shrunken frontal lobe equals better fans in the audience?
Potentially.
I'm joking. I don't know what the effects of all that stuff is.
They
It's
get
actually
down.
not a cool thing to joke about. Our government failing to give our citizens clean drinking water. Call me crazy. I think that's bad. All right. Fed expected to deliver small rate hike, but keep anti-inflation tilt. Like Ben said, they're trying to keep this inflation under control where they want it to be. Expected increase would set the benchmark overnight rate in the 4.5 to 4.75 range, the highest since 2007, when the economy was on the eve of what would be a long and deep recession. I didn't realize it's that long ago it was that high. Yeah. Recent events suggest the coming year may be a notch less challenging than previously thought, noting that recession risks were easing on global basis, while U.S. data pointed to continued growth, moderating inflation, and a slower pace of Fed rate hikes. I agree that they're going to slow down, maybe even have a flat period, maybe for a few years before they start to, skirt that backwards.
I think they're going to have to wait a few years. And if you look,
did we miss Twitter buzz?
Oh, we did. There's pretty good tweets in there.
I saw someone type it earlier, minutes ago.
All right, let's do it. You want to do it?
Let's do it, man. It's the best part of the show.
All right,
it's the audience.
Let's do this.
It's the Twitter buzz. All right, first one up we have from Uberfacts. Sandwiches taste better when they're made by someone else. When you make your own, you anticipate its taste and become less hungry for it. Thoughts?
Oh,
Checks out.
I 100% agree with this. It struck a chord with me. You know, any sandwich that I didn't have involvement in the production of that I could eat and taste better than anything I can make. So, yeah, it struck a chord, a big chord with me. It's just something I didn't think about before.
Okay, maybe you're just a bad cook, Drew.
It's potential.
Maybe when you cook, it tastes bad.
It's potential.
I mean, your kids were sick for weeks. At one time, you fed them chicken. What happened?
Well, you know, I mean, every sandwich I make is just doused in Chipotle hot sauce and avocado. So, you know, I mean, there's nothing real special about what I can do.
All right. All right. What do we got next?
All right.
Buzz, not the buzz. All right. WTF. This is from Christine Barnum from PT fame. Joking. Costco is designing an 800 unit. I saw this 800 unit apartment to be built on top of the Costco. Comes with free membership, room service for the pizza and the hot dogs and more. What movie are we living in? That's a little bit like the Idiocracy big box store, which is kind of funny. It's what plants crave. I mean, to me, it's like I see those roofs. That is a lot of wasted real estate. I think it's a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's less taxes that they have to pay for the property size. And then, you know, if you look at type 3A building initiatives and mixed use building initiatives, you'll see where everything is looking to.
All right, looks like Waka Flocka just showed up. He's meeting with TJ. Shout out to Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
Let me share my Waka Flocka story. I'll probably tell it to him too. I saw a concert. It was Drake, J. Cole, Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka was by far the best entertainer of those three. People were like, Drake, J. Cole. It's like 2 of the top 5 in the game today. Boring.
That's where you see it. Is the live concerts tell the tale, man. I've seen a bunch of big bands that I thought were awesome, and then, you know, see them in live and they ain't that squeeze. So that's where you can always tell if they got it or not.
All right, let's talk about this Fox Business News mob member. I love Charles. Charles Gasparino calls out SBF victim's attorney. Oh, wait, do we have one more?
No, we'll move to this.
Do we have one more?
Yeah, I think it was just the Kramer stuff, though. Just more reverse stuff. We don't need to go there.
Yeah, I always like George Costanza more anyways.
Yeah.
All right, Charles Gasparino calls out SBF victim's attorney. Here is why. That's why I say he looks like he's in the mob. Really, I mean, I was watching this guy 10, 12 years ago. He called out David Boies, I think that's how you say it, well-known lawyer in the U.S. for representing the victims of FTX. Taking to Twitter to express what seems like a conflict of interest. He said the representation is raising eyebrows in the legal circles here. The bankruptcy of the exchange introduced uncertainty for everyone involved. While it's been established that SBF has close ties to the political class, it is unclear whether his influence extends to judicial favors. I thought they were supposed to be above that. Judicial favors. What do you mean? I could slip a judge a $20 bill and I don't get my speeding ticket?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? This Romania? I thought our corruption was inaccessible to me.
Yeah,
it's only accessible to the SBFs.
Yeah, yesterday's story about, I think it was Monday's story about the telegraphed questions to FTX. That was wonderful.
Good old, Senator Warren. You gotta love her, right?
Lovely.
All right. Despite the alleged pain and loss that his leadership of FTX caused its users, SBF is reportedly looking for leniency from foreign regulators. As detailed, the 30-year-old wanted to delay proceedings for bankruptcy by transferring assets from the exchange to regulators abroad. Hey, the SEC of Brazil, take this money. It's okay. Don't throw me in one of your jails.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing any kind of abroad jail time there, but yeah, rules for thee, not for me. It's just another example of that.
Right. It never ends, man. The more you dig, the more you find out. And so at a point, you think everything's, in cahoots. At a point, you got to take a step back and reel it back and, kind of realize there's still some good in the world. There's still people that mean well. Not all of them mean this nefarious act.
No, everyone is selfish. Everyone. Everything that is done for nice is ultimately, you can boil it down to a selfish reason. Mother Teresa washed the feet of people, what was it, the lepers? She'd wash a leopard's feet because, she's just trying to please her deity and, have the good section of heaven. Some could point at that and say that is a selfish
potential
at its root.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's more of a philosophy thing, though.
Yeah, if you go down the philosophy route, yeah, I mean, there's always an intention of ending up somewhere better.
Tally voice, yeah. It was more. I was thinking more Jim Gaffigan, but I'll do Tally as well.
Don't forget your towel.
Voyager creditors reject Alameda's attempt to recover $446 million. The creditors' rejection follows a veto by Voyager himself, an attempt by defunct trading firm Alameda to extract basically $500 million it made in loan repayments to Voyager Digital has been rejected by the creditors committee and Voyager itself. That's funny. Alameda gave them $500 million to Voyager, and then they want it back, and Voyager's like, no. Who's going to vote yes? That's not a big surprise there. All right. You know what? Here you go. Hold on. Let me check. All right. Man, I'm just a little bit short there, Sam. Yep. I'm sorry. Yep. All right. Let's see. Alameda, according to the creditors, made a series of false statements to Voyager and its committee about its financial strength, claiming at one time to have a bottomless sea of ordinary cryptocurrency. A bottomless sea. Voting for the bankruptcy plan is scheduled to end on the 22nd, with Voyager expected to be back on court March 2nd to continue the case. So something we're going to be keeping an eye on. There's a lot of money floating around. All right, let's talk about the FTX conflict. Let's go to the Twitter killer here.
Ooh,
all right.
Twitter killer. Someone's going to kill Twitter, huh?
I mean, you get a little buckshot, you take that bird out of the air. All right, decentralized Twitter killer Nostr, I think is how you say it. Nostr goes live on Apple's App Store. It was an open protocol that promises to substitute centrally controlled social networks such as Twitter. It's now live. This got famous with Jack Dorsey. Spiked in popularity after Jack Dorsey became an enthusiast of the technology, later making a 14 Bitcoin donation to its creator. And it caused the mobile app version Damus to hit a beta testing limit of 10,000 users, which then prompts them to apply for the formal listing on the App Store. Today, it was approved, and a full release is now available on the App Store for anyone to download. Still a niche project, very much in its infancy. Then they talk about Bitcoin and stuff. So hey, if you want to support a decentralized Twitter, there's your chance. So check that out. I'm going to be waiting for the network effect. Maybe I should try to claim my name. You should try to claim a name too. Yeah, everybody go claim. Now I'm just like, everyone's going to go claim DZ.
I'm going to every social media place that I'm still allowed to be. So I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he got banned from YouTube though. He got banned from YouTube.
I'm a very eloquent and calm speaker.
I told you to stop teaching people how to make EMPs, man. No, I told you to stop. All right, Twitter beta testing Bitcoin Lightning tipping service. They're now testing the ability to tip users in Bitcoin through Jack Mallers' Lightning Network app Strike. Hey, good for Jack there. Yeah, it's both Jacks there. Jack squared. It's now testing the ability to tip users through the Lightning. This is according to The Block and a post on Mac Rumors. Looks like someone got a screenshot. Receive tips in Bitcoin. What is a Lightning Network? Set up your wallet. Drew, do you have a Bitcoin wallet?
Oh yeah.
I don't have a decentralized one. I don't hold that much. I have much more Ether, Cardano. You name your alt, I probably have more of it than I have Bitcoin. I just hold what little I have on Coinbase.
Yeah,
like an idiot.
I hold it on Ledger, so I don't really move it out until the cycles are done. So,
all right, just real quick, you'll be able to use Strike to produce Bitcoin invoices as well. But for now, you'll have to have a Strike account to receive tips in Bitcoin. So it's good news for Jack Mahler. And good news for people who want to share a little Bitcoin on that Bird app. So pretty cool thing. I like it.
I mean, I think this is great, man, to integrate, Bitcoin payments and give people, actual monetary value for their input in society. If it's valuable input, you get monetary value out of that. And then vice versa, if you're giving out rubbish, you don't get the squeeze.
So remember when Tesla had their quarterly filings, there were some bullish narratives, how they didn't sell any of their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It was bullish, right? Hey, we're still holding on to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get bearish on it real quick. Crash. They suffered a $140 million loss, according to the SEC filings. That's just because the price went down.
Right.
And I don't know where they have their quarterly ends or when the quarter ends, but one might assume January 1st. I don't know, December 31st. I have zero idea. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And then we had the best month in January. So unless we absolutely tank in February and March, you're going to see a different article 3 months later where it says Tesla quarterly earnings report Bitcoin surge. Yeah. And then it's going to be all bullish. Meanwhile, nothing's changed because they're just sitting on the Bitcoin. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. Now, the day he decides to buy more or sell some off the Tesla balance sheet, that would be big news. But yeah, we're going to see giant fluctuations just due to the amount that they bought. They bought billions. Right, at one point.
Yeah, I think it was in the billions. And I'm not surprised by this media. They take swipes at Elon anytime they really can. So,
All right, where's my Cardano fans at? Have y'all hit the like button? Or have we passed 2K?
Where they at? 1,700. We're getting there. Come on, we're there. Come on, man. You're making him drink himself down, man.
Hit that like button now. All right, that was me. That was Angry DZ.
Yeah,
that was the angry father. You didn't do your homework yet. All right, Cardano-oriented Gamefi startup joins Microsoft's Web3 program. All right, this is Paima Studios. And they just joined the Microsoft Startups program. And this is a Japanese-based game here. Cardano Milkamita Focus project will take part with the new initiative from Microsoft. In particular, they're going to join, let's see, this is Microsoft's startup program to help Japanese game developers and Web3 entrepreneurs deploy the Paima engine in their applications. Looks like they want to compete with Epic, maybe, is what I'm kind of seeing here. Their engine is the studio's key development, the engine in which it builds its games. In addition to a blockchain gaming engine, its competitive advantage over other rare representatives of the sphere in the ability to create games as complete layer 2 solutions. So yeah, a little bit of they're just going after Epic, I think.
Yeah.
You know, also Unity engine. I think a lot of people use the Unity engine.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
it's a good play to
Unreal is Epic.
Gaming is going to continue to grow, man, and watch numbers in Southeast Asia. They're going to continue to skyrocket. Even though we don't see it huge here in the U.S., like it's an absolute world market for that stuff. So,
all right, and in other Bond villain news, we love Charles Hoskinson. Charles to fulfill lifelong dream of eating a rare dodo egg, a dodo egg. Charles, I love you, but then I read this. You're making it hard, buddy.
I was so
You're making it tough.
by this.
Right, tough how that dodo egg's going to taste.
I think he had a fire at his farm too, so he might be.
Man, I saw his tweet the other day. It was negative 16 degrees in Wyoming, where he was at. Get me out of there. Like, all right, if I have all the money in the world, like he did, basically, you do anything you want. I'm not holing up in negative 16 degree weather. Like, sorry.
he lived. One of his spots in Colorado was like right down the street from me, and I absolutely am loving it.
If I wanted let's just say kind of like the big ranch experience. Yeah, I would do like cowboy stuff in Texas.
Yeah. Or
I would do like wetland stuff in Florida and like wrestle alligators.
Yeah.
And so that's what I would do.
Colorado ain't the farmland everyone thinks it to be.
So he recently tweeted he potentially might have a unique culinary experience as the result of his investment, being an ardent supporter of the de-extinction movement and investor in Colossal Biosciences. He revealed that he always wanted to taste a dodo egg. The dodo was a flightless bird native to Mauritius in the Indian Ocean, is known for its plump, round body and comically tiny wings. Unfortunately, it was short-lived due to human settlers and their accompanying animals. The species became extinct just within a few decades of human settlement on the island. Fun fact, it lost its predator. I don't know. Do you know why its predator disappeared? The dodos?
No, I don't know exactly why.
And it basically became the apex predator on that island. And so it had zero predators. So then it just became like this sloth-like lazy thing. They could just kind of do it as one.
This whole thing gave me major Jurassic Park vibes. I'm just going to throw it out
Just
there.
Yet another major fauna that Homo sapiens has eradicated.
Yeah.
What are we at? Like we've eradicated 33 of the 39 or something like that. I don't know. It was a WEF shill. Harari writes about that a lot. So if you want to read about
started on him.
All right, Ripple. Hey, where's the Ripple Army at? Hit that like button. You guys can get us above 2K maybe. So I'm counting on the XRP team.
Right, 18 and a half. We're almost there. We got this.
All right, Ripple Allies LBC token jumps 140% following this minor win in the hearing. Of course, we're talking about the SEC essentially saying tokens traded on the secondary market aren't securities. That little bit of a win pumped it 140%.
Right.
Obviously, XRP is a higher market cap, so it's a lot more difficult for it to pump 140%.
Yeah.
We get a win for XRP, which is a lot bigger news than what this library case thing that they're talking about, where it's SEC said it's not a security if it's traded on secondary. Let's just say XRP wins. That's a huge, huge W. This was a little W.
Yeah.
XRP winning is a huge W.
Yep.
But with the larger market cap. Huge W. How much does XRP move?
I mean,
let us know in the comments too. Do you think it goes up 50%? Do you think it goes up 10%? Do you think it doubles? Is it a 2x?
I think it hits $2. If you hit $2 during the crab market, I mean, that's going to look nuts compared to everything else. That's what I think is going to happen. But
all right, if we go to Coin Market Cap, we can just kind of look real quick. XRP is now, we're just going to round up and say 40 cents. So XRP is 40 cents. What do you think it goes up to, folks? Does it go up to 60 cents? Does it double at 80 cents? Does it hit $1? Does it go to $2? I'm interested to know what you know. Someone just typed in moon. Okay, it just goes to the moon, y'all. Hey, we'll accept that answer. All right, and real quick for the Ripple. If Ripple wins, XRP price could more than double. So let us know what you think. 69.420%, of course. Okay, I see that. Nice. 300%. $6.40. Some people are saying $1. Some people are saying 2x. So
Gensler in the chat thinks negative 69%. So
it's going to drop.
Yeah, he thinks that.
All right, they win. I'm opening a short. It just makes sense. Long squeeze, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cat. All right. The XRP community. All right. John Deaton scored a massive, significant victory for the entire crypto industry. And again, this is just us saying, basically the SEC saying those LBC tokens trading on the secondary are not securities. Yeah. If Ripple wins, will the price double? Let's see. XRP has plummeted. When the lawsuit was filed, it dropped 72% in 1 week, 60 cents to 17 cents.
Yep.
Maybe it goes up 72%. It's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait to watch those charts.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you're checking out Frankie Candles. There's a lot of trading information you can learn on that. Let's see, quick hits, ETH, staking, Immutable X to launch all-in-one. Yeah, they have a pretty cool thing, all-in-one passport system to onboard new gamers. They're trying to be the L2 for gaming. It's going to be a very competitive landscape with Polygon, but I think IMX is focusing on gaming, could pay off, could lose to Polygon. Rumor about Dogecoin, where my Doge fans at, could shift to proof of stake. What does that mean for miners? I don't see that happening. I mean, it's more likely than Bitcoin switching, but it still seems pretty unlikely. It's just it's such an old coin for it to make that much of a change. It just seems a little bit unlikely. And then U.S. Air Force pumps 30 million. That's not a coin that we were talking about, is it? No, yes.
I got to look into this more, but my ears perked up when I saw this for sure.
Okay, selected Simba for a 30 million strategic technology initiative.
There you go.
Led to a significant bump for its budget. Oh, okay, so the budget has jumped. All right, that's good. Yeah. And if we look at Simba Chain, Valley Capital, holy crap.
Yeah.
Amazon, Apple, Meta, SpaceX, Microsoft, and the United States Air Force.
This is my stuff.
How do I buy this coin?
Yeah,
I need this coin. buy. You can't buy it, right?
I'm gonna find out. I guarantee that. I don't own any, but this is the type of stuff when you're Amazon.
Simba.
Yeah, when you have the Air Force, Navy. Yeah,
it's making me want to sing, baby. All right, I'm just gonna type it in real quick. We don't have any quick questions, do we?
Well, I thought this was interesting. Ever consider creating a millennial Gen Z Y channel for younger group of traders? Kind of an interesting idea. Maybe just like new generations coming in, and
we could talk to Hannah. Maybe coordinate some with Miss Teen or something.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I think that's a really good idea. It's not, this market's definitely not locked into just people that are, in their 30s or 40s and stuff.
It doesn't look like you can get Simba, so that is unfortunate. But man, how cool would it be to get that? All right, a lot of love for John Deaton in the chat. We love seeing it. Where are we at right now on the likes?
Oh, 1,920 likes.
1920. I just need 80 of y'all.
Yeah,
80.
So
call your
close.
Mom right now. Call your dad. Call your brother. Hide your kids. Get them to pump that. I think we can do it. If you're watching on a recording, you're like, what are you talking about? It's at 5,000.
Yeah.
Guys, we're talking live. Hey, that is phenomenal. BitSquad just came through. I think I got to go say hey to Waka Flocka, talk a little Vumio with them. Maybe we'll try to give him a junkie hoodie, or maybe even try to give him like a little Pluto. Maybe we'll get him on the Pluto cruise. That'd be pretty cool. Real quick though, you do only have one day for the Pluto cruise. If you want to do that, I think Taco, I was talking to Taco, maybe 40-ish people, so it's already going to get super lit. If you buy it today, you save $500. Don't be one of those people that FOMO in 2 weeks until the trip, and then you end up paying a bunch of extra money. Yeah. So hey, get in, and hey, gas prices go up. Those tickets, it might be more than 500. So just a little bit careful there. All right, I think that's all we got time for today. It's been wonderful. Did we hit 2K? And me just running my mouth?
Yes, we did. We did it.
You pumped Bitcoin's price. Pat yourself on the back. See you next time. Easy out.